Council of State, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ministers of state, honorable members of parliament, members of the high-level implementation committee of the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan, heads and members of key accountability institutions, heads of institutions, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to begin by thanking the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice and its partners for organizing this conference. I'm pleased to have the opportunity to participate in this year's conference, which is the sixth to be organized since the adoption of the National Anti-Corruption Action Plan by the Parliament of Ghana in 2014. This year's conference is a culmination of a weeks-long activities designed to commemorate the International Anti-Corruption Day and the International Human Rights Day, both significant events warranting the attention being paid to this conference. Your Excellency, we have continued to witness concerns around corruption. Corruption has been aptly described by the illustrious son of Ghana and former UN Secretary General, Mr. Kofi Annan of blessed memory, as, quote, an insidious plague that has a wide range of corrosive effects. It undermines democracy and the rule of law, leads to violations of human rights, distorts markets, erodes the quality of life, allows organized crime, terrorism, and other threats to human security to flourish. It feeds inequality and injustice, unquote. These words of Mr. Annan were uttered in 2003, the year the UN General Assembly resolved to designate the 9th of December as International Anti-Corruption Day in order to raise awareness about the fight against corruption and the importance of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption. This conference, Your Excellency, and its team, building a culture of integrity for generations, could therefore not have come at a better time. It is a wake-up call for all of us, and I find it visionary and inspiring. Your Excellency, I do know that the theme for this year's International Anti-Corruption Day is, quote, your right, your role. Say no to corruption, unquote. And that for the International Human Rights Day is, quote, equality, reducing inequality, advancing human rights, unquote. These two themes selected by the international community, in my view, invite us to consider our role in addressing corruption as a right and how that can reduce inequality and advance human rights. I find the three themes to feed into one another, and we could not have chosen a better conference theme. Your Excellency, the citizens undoubtedly are right to expect that with the adoption of NACAP, corruption would have been brought under significant control. In a few minutes, we will hear what we have done well and what we have not. For now, permit me to state that the Judicial Service is a key partner in the fight against corruption. By Article 1255 of the Constitution, the judiciary is given the jurisdiction in all matters, civil and criminal, including matters relating to the Constitution and such other jurisdictions as Parliament may by law confer on it. Thus, the judiciary is clothed with a jurisdiction to adjudicate corruption and other criminal cases prosecuted before the courts and to punish those found guilty and recover assets found to be tainted and or proceeds of crime. We shall continue to discharge this role without fear or favor, affection or ill will. We are also taking seriously our role in the implementation of NACAP. Indeed, the Judicial Service was the first institution to, on the adoption of NACAP, draw out its own plan. Quote, the anti-corruption plan for the judiciary and the judicial service 2017 to 19, the judiciary of Ghana uprooting corruption wherever it is found, unquote. These responsibilities of the judiciary under NACAP form the basis of this plan. We are also, Your Excellency, mindful of our role as underscored in Article 11.1 of the United Nations Convention Against Corruption, which states as follows, and I quote, "Bearing in mind the independence of the judiciary and its crucial role in combating corruption, each state party, in accordance with the fundamental principles of its legal system and without prejudice to independence, take measures to strengthen integrity and to prevent opportunities for corruption among members of the judiciary. Such measures may include rules with respect to the conduct of members of the judiciary," unquote. Among other measures, we are actively enforcing the Code of Conduct for judges and magistrates, as well as the Code of Ethics for judicial service staff. But there is no doubt that we need to do more. Therefore, with the new vision of building a culture of integrity for generations, I believe the judiciary must play a more catalytic role in building integrity in our society. Your Excellency, the success of this conference and the fight against corruption in our country depends on all of us. We must come out of this conference committed to making the sacrifices that can change the current discourse, attitudes, and orientation to nation building, and working together to make Ghana greater and stronger. Our active involvement and contribution to the implementation of NACAP and the projects to be launched today will be vital to laying a more enabling foundation for mitigating and bringing corruption under control in Ghana. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's an honor and a privilege to deputize for the Honorable Chief Justice, His Lordship Justice Enin Yeboah, as chair of this conference. I therefore feel privileged. I cannot resume my seat without congratulating the President of the Republic, His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, for a well-deserved and earned Forbes African of the Year 2021. Mr. President, congratulations. You have done us proud. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you all. God bless our homeland, Ghana, and I wish you very fruitful celebrations. Thank you.